because it actually used logical lessons to teach us about our future. So I really appreciated that we were doing things like grant writing, that we were learning how to write all different kinds of emails. I feel like learning how to use your words to express yourself and to persuade others is so powerful and useful and such a great tool that I feel like I'm more hireable now, but also like in my own social justice work, I can have more power and more confidence.
I think my favorite project was definitely the profile story. It gave me the chance to meet someone new and really get to know them. And the person I interviewed was our Dean of Student Life, Katya Armistead, and she had a really amazing story. And just learning about it and her experience was really inspiring.
My favorite piece I probably gotten to produce for this class would be the student profiles. It was really awesome, first of all, getting to actually interview somebody on campus and get more involved with the behind the scenes activism, because as a transfer student I've only gotten 2 years on campus, so it was like a really great way to sink my teeth in the community.
My favorite project would have to be the story of self. It was the very first project we did in the minor. I just found it to be very enlightening. We got to kind of look at some different materials having to do with storytelling, and me as a screenwriter, I've learned a lot about storytelling when it comes to fictional type of things. So I've never really kind of tried to apply these same storytelling characteristics to my own life and my own story. So I found that incredibly beneficial. I had a good time writing it.
My favorite project within the civic engagement minor was working with my professor on the portfolio website, which allowed me to gather all the work that I've done throughout UCSB into one space.
I think my favorite moment in the writing minor was definitely our internship presentations. Everyone was super supportive of each other's internship, super interested. The applause after each presentation and the questions.
My favorite moment in class this year was probably the internship presentations, where I got to see what everybody else was up to. It was also really cool seeing people that I interned with the same company for give their side and their own personal experience. Just a really awesome way to see the versatility of the minor and the different avenues you can go.
What I think I will apply best to my future has to be the class writing for civic organizations 153B. We just had a couple of lectures in which we went over interviews, and I myself am the kind of person who hasn't done very well in interviews over the last few years. So to be able to have a mentor, teacher, kind of go through the process with us and to kind of see it more in depth, what his resume would look like, somebody who's obviously much more professional than me as, somebody about to graduate.
After graduation, I am planning to go to law school. Writing and communication is going to be really key for that, and I'm definitely going to use all the skills that I've gained throughout the minor, especially learning how to communicate professionally, clearly, and get my point across to my audience will be skills that I'll use in the future.
I'm actually not quite sure what I'm going to do after this. I just know I have to incorporate social justice work in some way. One of the things that happened to me that made me think of this class was I went to a Board of Supervisors meeting where they talked about a remodel for the jail. That's the kind of thing that really means a lot to me, and I went to watch for my internship, but decided that I was going to speak as a student in public forum. And I feel like this minor is what gave me the real tools and confidence I needed to sit there and really quickly write myself a speech. It was super scary, but I actually saw it for the first time today and was impressed at what I've learned to do and the power I can have with words. The chief public defender commented on it to the rest of the office, and it was one of my best moments. So I was just really proud, and I'm excited to find my voice and to have the words and the knowledge of writing to be able to use my voice in the future to fight for good causes.
I hope that this minor will help me in the future in law when I want to create more accessible legal resources to people in need. Language is a really huge part of law, and being able to create a bridge between the people and the resources.
Although I don't know what I want to do after college, I learned many things during this class. I learned how to write a grant proposal, which is very helpful in the future. So if I ever intend to do further research, I'll be able to know how to get more funding. And I also learned how to write more concise emails, to create good resumes and cover letters, and I think that will be very valuable moving forward after college when I might not have the same hand-to-hand help.